Well, good morning, good morning. It's another edition of the Weekend Roundup with your incarnate word priests.
A full roundup.
A full roundup.
I've taken the pastor's chair.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. We'll see how that goes for you.
Pastor's headache.
All right, so let's dive right in with some events that happened this week. So we had confirmation last night. We had, how many kids we had confirmed?
62.
62 kids confirmed last night by Archbishop Emeritus Robert Carlson. It was great to see him. We had a wonderful dinner with him in the rectory as well. Brought back a lot of memories. He ordained both of us.
He did.
So it was good to see him, and congratulations to our 8th graders in our day school and our PSR program on receiving the sacrament of confirmation.
Yes.
So
ACA continues this weekend. We're kind of in week 3 of that campaign, so hope you can pick up your card or make your pledge if you haven't done so already.
Yeah, very important work the ACA does around our archdiocese.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll keep going. We have updates on the Knights of Columbus. They're sponsoring their Kite Festival at Chesterfield Park tomorrow, Saturday, May 6th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bring your families, a kite, and a picnic lunch, and spend some time together.
Yeah.
Sounds marvelous.
And this is the way that we invite you to get high, is by flying a kite with our Knights of Columbus.
We're just getting high on life.
Oh my gosh.
Right, exactly. High as a kite.
Yeah, exactly. So, other things going on at Masses this weekend. We have Jonah Prayer Ministry. We have blood pressure checks happening at all of our morning Masses on Sunday. Mm-hmm. We've also got the school art show, which is going to be, is it in the school itself?
Yes.
Okay, it's in the school itself after 8:45, after 8:45 and 10:30 Mass, and maybe before the 12:15. You can see a lot of the great artwork that our students have done throughout the year. As we're kind of nearing the end of the school year, it's kind of good to show off the good work that they've done.
Absolutely. Did you guys ever participate in art shows when you were little?
I am the worst artist on planet Earth. Like, stick figures are a struggle for me.
I'm the same.
I'm more of the musical arts, of course.
Okay. All right.
But as opposed to
performing arts.
Yeah, performing arts. Whereas like other arts, not so great.
Okay, Father Gerber?
I did, yeah. I mean, but like Father John, not very good at it. But yeah, I participate in such things. I like the abstract art, like cup of coffee on a desk.
Yeah, or the banana with duct tape on a wall.
Yes. What is it? Banksy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Banksy.
Yeah, that's right,
I will say, Exit Through the Gift Shop is actually a very funny documentary all about Banksy.
Okay.
It's very funny.
The banana one, someone ate that, didn't they?
Yeah, seriously, that was recently. Somebody just ripped it off and ate it. So
yeah, talk about limited appeal.
So. Oh my goodness, that is so rotten.
Was he in a bunch of trouble?
Oh my gosh.
Well, anyway, my uncle.
Stop monkeying around.
when I was in kindergarten at St. Lawrence, the Martyr Grade School, my uncles tore down for our art show. They tore down all of my classmates' art off the walls. Only mine remained.
Oh, no.
And then they got detention, and I got in trouble, too, even though I didn't do it. But I was the surviving artist. So I have fond memories of art shows that were rigged by my uncles.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
And then the Pro-Life Committee, after you look at our art show, they're helping sponsor our Blessing for Expectant Parents. That will be offered after the Masses this weekend, and you can stop by the Pro-Life table in the lobby for a St. Gerard medal to give to, if you have friends or family who are expecting, give that to them. And our Pro-Life Committee also has Mother's Day cards for Birthright in Hillsborough. Donations get sent directly to Birthright through those envelopes.
Now, they're still doing the diaper drive, aren't they?
There
it is. All right.
Yes.
So
it's this weekend.
It is this weekend. Which will be benefiting Sweet Babies of St. Louis and Birthright of Hillsborough.
Babies.
You know, whenever I read that, I want to say Sweet Baby Jesus. All right.
Sweet Baby Jesus.
Sweet Baby Jesus. So leave donations in the baby crib in the vestibule, or checks to IW Pro-Life Committee, and those can be left in the collection basket after Holy Mass.
Yes.
Would you like the next one?
Yes, absolutely. This one's up my alley. This one's up my alley.
Right?
So the Parish Golf Tournament benefits our school. It's taking place Friday, June 2nd at the Landings at Spirit out in Chesterfield Valley. Early bird registration ends May 28th. It's $175 per person. It includes 18 holes of golf, breakfast, lunch, and awards. So it's a really, really great time. I'm excited to go. I'm not playing as of now, but yeah, I'll be out there. And if anybody wants me there for some, I can gladly take it. He
hit that advertisement right down the fairway.
Yeah, right down the middle. So yeah, that is Friday, June 2nd, and it benefits our school. So we hope you can come on out and help support our school.
Marvelous.
We had a boatload of baptisms. We've had a boatload of baptisms.
Let me look
Baptisms
here.
out the ears.
Yeah. Jackson Brunk was the fifth last week.
Sure.
Son of Travis and Kimberly, so congratulations with a week's interest compounded. Julian Simpson, child of Eric and Anna. Liliana Harris, daughter of Joseph and Elizabeth. Colin Ramaker, son of Adam and Megan. Finley O'Brien, child of Philip and Maureen. And Kelly Chambliss, child of Tim and Laura. And these babies were extremely good. And there was a lot of staring and glaring at me on the baby's behalf, but not much crying. So,
it's good. That's all you can ask for.
Well, it's hard to hear them when they're underwater, Father Schrader.
Yes. Well, our baptismal font's been leaking, so by the time we got to the end of Sunday, there's like this much water. Like, come on, we can do it.
Yep.
And then we do want to pray for Diane Lordy, one of the founding members of our parish. Her memorial mass will be tomorrow, Saturday at 11. Diane was here in 1965 with the founding, which is incredible that she's been here that long and really just involved the whole time. She has always been active. So we want to give her our prayers and, of course, prayers for her family as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, readings this weekend. What are you guys going to preach on?
I'm actually we talked about it, I think last week, joked about it. Mike Tyson's Everyone Has a Plan.
Until they get punched in the mouth?
Yeah. So I'm actually going to use that in addition to talking about
how... have a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
How the apostles, they have to be willing to adapt. In the beginning, them praying and teaching and preaching, good enough. And then, hey, our widows are being neglected, and now they have to say, Lord, what's next? This willingness to change as things change. And we're seeing that in our archdiocese as all things new happens. The history of the church is not one that's static, where we say, hey, this is how we've always done things, and just leave it alone. It's constantly being open to the Lord, saying, that was good then, but this is where I want you now. So I'm just kind of exploring that, how the readings deal with being adaptable and letting God lead, because He is the way, the truth, and the life. It's not about us always having the plan that never changes. It's just saying, Jesus, you are my answer.
Well, and even just the balance of what is unchanging versus what can and should be adaptable to change. I think that's often a line that most people don't know, even. We have to be adaptable to the times that are presented to us, but at the same time, we're called to present the unchanging truths and the unchanging teachings in new ways and with new mechanisms, you could say.
Ever ancient, ever new.
Ever ancient, ever new, yeah. That's a very good one. Father Gerber, how about you?
Sure. I'm going to be focusing at the end of the gospel where Jesus says, I must leave. And I always found it very interesting that he uses that, like, I have to.
Yeah, urgency.
And not only urgency, but necessity. Nothing, in a sense, nothing is necessary for God. I mean, so why does He make this so necessary that He has to? So what I'm going to do is, knowing that Easter is moving towards the Ascension and towards Pentecost, I kind of want to lean into that, because so many people, at least for me, when I was growing up, I really went through my reversion back to the faith, at least doctrinally, in grad school. And one of the things that was such an anomaly or such a peculiarity to me was the Ascension. It always just kind of seemed to me like an afterthought, like a ta-da moment, like there he goes, ta-da, all done. And Pentecost was just kind of a nice add-on. Like why do we need Pentecost and the Holy Spirit? Mm-hmm. So I want to kind of lean into him saying, I have to go. And so what is Ascension and Pentecost all about in the life of the church? Which leads, of course, to what's going on there in the first reading. But that's what I want to lean into this weekend. So.
And I plan on talking about the second reading, actually. St. Paul talks about being built into living stones, to build a temple to offer sacrifice to God. And really what I'm going to talk about is the vocation of the laity, and how really the vocation of the laity is not primarily meant to be lived out in the church. As much as it's meant to be lived out in the world. Mm-hmm. And that's a huge distinction. I mean, obviously, so many of you help us out as priests, and that's wonderful. But like,
keep doing that.
Keep doing that. We could use it, but like, primarily that's not your vocation. And I say that in the most positive way. Like, your vocation is to be a living stone in the world. And so I just want to talk about what that means, and even just embracing our identity as priest, prophet, and king. I'm going to kind of talk about that idea that we receive at baptism, through which we are anointed with chrism at our baptism, and talk about what it means to be a living stone.
It is interesting that the readings, you had this focus on the anticipation of Jesus going up into heaven and Pentecost coming up. You have the lay faithful, the royal priesthood in the second reading. The first reading, you even have like what is really kind of a kernel of the hierarchy of the church. You have the deacons, you have priests, you have the apostles right there. So you have the Holy Spirit, and yet you have organized religion all in this one weekend. It's kind of cool. I don't know, just an observation.
And it was messy then, and it's messy now. You
Yeah.
know, it's that's what we have to. I think sometimes we love our control so much. We want it to be clean and perfect, and God kind of has a mischievous side that we see in these readings and in our own lives, in our own church.
Yeah.
And what does he say at the beginning of the gospel? Do not let your hearts be troubled, which is pretty awesome. Like, okay, yes, I know things are messy, but I got this.
Yeah, we go through it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful week. Also, please pray for the 3 men who are being ordained transitional deacons tomorrow for St. Louis. They'll be ordained priests a year from now, but tomorrow they'll be ordained transitional deacons. Jeff Fenewald, Joe Martin, and Robbie Lawson. So please pray for them as they continue on their journey to the priesthood. And also for Deacon Kornstrom as well. He'll be ordained a priest at the end of the month. So, all right. Yeah, have a good one. Hope to see you around at Mass. Take care. God bless.